Tax season is officially underway and thousands of Americans are eligible to receive tax refunds this year. But that also means it's prime time for identity thieves. Mike Harrison from the Better Business Bureau is joining us. So first, what kind of scams are you seeing this tax season?
Well, we see two that are really prevalent this time of the year. The first one that we see is geared not only towards taxpayers, but recent immigrants as well. And so what happens is you have somebody that calls impersonating an IRS agent, and they will tell you that you owe taxes. And you have to pay them today, or else you could be arrested or deported.
So that's a big red flag.
Big red flag. And so they tell you that you have to pay today using a Green Dot Money Pack card or to wire the money, and obviously those are huge red flags. Exactly. And so they create this sense of urgency. They use scare tactics, and we actually had a couple in St. Louis last year that fell for this scam and lost around $10,000. So it happens, and it's unfortunate when it does. The other one that we see quite a bit are the traditional phishing email scams, where you get an email that looks like it's coming from the IRS. They want you to update your information in case you want to e-file this year, and they direct you to a fraudulent website. So some things to keep in mind with the IRS: they're not going to call you, they're not going to ask you to pay money over the phone, they're not going to harass you. The only way they're going to communicate with you is through the mail.
Okay. So then how do you know if your tax records have been affected if you did fall for a scam?
Well, the scary part is you don't unless you get a letter in the mail saying that somebody else has already filed a tax return using your information.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't panic in that type of situation. Definitely want to reach out to the IRS. They have a fraud unit that actually specializes in this. So they'll walk you through the process in getting everything fixed. So definitely something that you want to take advantage of if that happens to you.
Okay, so for those of us that still need to file our taxes, what are some tips that you have for us?
Well, as far as filing taxes, you want to find a reputable tax preparer. And, you know, filing taxes is important. You want them to be accurate. So you can rely on family and friends, referrals, which is great. You can contact us at the BBB for free business reviews because you want to find somebody that's trustworthy and it's going to do a good job for you. So you're looking for the tax preparer's credentials, their tax ID, the preparer number. So those are some of the things that you're looking for. But again, you just want to find somebody that you can rely on that's trustworthy. And then the other thing to keep in mind is you want to know how to get in touch with them after April 15th. So you have some of these companies that will roll in, they'll set up shop during tax season, and that's fine. But once April 15th rolls around, they're gone. So at least you want to get a phone number, a way to get in touch with them in case you have a question.
Okay. And then how about use community resources? You talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of resources in place as far as filing your taxes. If it's a simple return, you can file it yourself, but you can also go to the IRS website. You can free file, but you have to be at a certain income threshold or below in order to do that. And you can go to the library here in town. There's a lot of great information to answer your questions, and even folks that can help you prepare your taxes.
Okay, and then how about don't fall for promises or big refunds? Yeah,
that's one. I mean, you hear those ads on the radio, you see them all the time. The question is, how can they promise you that if they don't know your tax situation going into it?
Okay.
So that's something
so
to
that's
keep
always
in mind.
Something to look at then.
It is. Yeah, it is. And then those tax preparation, the advanced loans, anticipation loans, those can be very expensive. So if you file and have the IRS direct deposit that into your account, on average it takes about 10 business days, so it might be worth waiting a couple extra days for that.
Okay, and then a lot of people do use online to file their taxes, use the internet connection, something to also keep in mind. Yeah,
definitely. So when you're online, you want to make sure that you're on a secure website. You want to look for that padlock in the address field, the S at the end of the HTTPS, because if you're going to be doing things
that's
online.
A tricky voice. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely want to be safe when you're doing that. But ultimately, when it comes to the tax return, you're responsible for it. You're signing off on it, and it doesn't matter who prepares that for you. So these are some things to keep in mind when we file taxes this year.
All right, thank you, Mike. And if you want more information or have any more questions, you can contact Mike by heading to the BBB website, or you can give him a call. That information is on your screen. And here's what we're working on for ABC.